Hey YouTube, Audio Olympian here, bringing the sound and video to you today. Coming to you from outside Audio Olympia. This is just my listening space, my listening room here. Thought I'd do something a little different for you guys. So, if this is your first time visiting our channel, we want to thank you for stopping by. We'd love to see you back. So if you consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification, that'll let you know when we kick another video out to the tube. And if you found this video entertaining, maybe informative, if you could give it a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate the support. Okay, so one of my favorite topics that we're going to talk about today is subwoofers for all those bass heads that are out there, right? Put more boom in our room, shake the walls. That's what we want to do. So, the biggest thing I wanted to compare was wattage. Does wattage make a difference from subwoofer to subwoofer? Now, I'm going to use my Rel HT 1205. I've always wanted a Rel sub. I've heard a lot about them, so I finally got my hands on one. And I'm going to kind of compare it with my Goldenear Super Sub 3, which is an 8-inch subwoofer with a passive radiator, and that's rated at 1,000 watts. Now, right off the bat, let me give you a disclaimer. These are totally different subwoofers, different speakers here, different design, you know, all of that stuff there. So I'm not comparing speaker to speaker. What I'm comparing, again, is wattage. Maybe a little bit of cone size to cone size, and the reason I chose this 8-inch subwoofer is because it's rated at 1,000 watts, where the Rel subwoofer is only at 500 watts. And the reason I'm doing this here was it's a bigger speaker, 12-inch cone. It's an enclosed cabinet, whereas the Goldenear Super Sub 3 has the passive radiator, which is similar to a porter, but not totally. It's a totally different design there. Out of the three designs, you got your enclosed cabinets, your ported cabinets, and then cabinets with passive radiators. So I wanted to just compare the power output. And watching John Hunter's video explain and talk about the 1205, he mentioned in there that they wanted to have a lot of power, so they put a 500 watt amp into it. Where to me, I'm just thinking 500 watts doesn't seem like a whole lot compared to a 1,000 watt amp. But I figured, okay, it's a smaller speaker, this one's a bigger speaker. It should be an okay comparison. Again, so I'm not comparing speaker to speaker, just wattage. So we'll go over some clips, show you a few things here. I'll come back with some final thoughts, and then you can kind of decide for yourself if you think wattage does make a difference for subwoofers. So see you back in a second. Okay, so here we have the Rel HT 1205, which is the 12-inch home theater subwoofer by Rel. And I'm kind of comparing it a little bit to the Goldenear Super Sub 3. This is the 8-inch model. Now I know the 1205 here is a 12-inch subwoofer, and this is a 500 watt subwoofer, versus the Goldenear, which is an 8-inch powered subwoofer, and it's rated at 1,000 watts. Okay, so some final thoughts here. Got to see some clips there and got to see the woofers excursion there moving back and forth. You saw that super sub was just shaking and rumbling off of the ground. So some pros and cons with both of those there. Again, not comparing speaker to speaker, more just power out, wattage and output there. But for that super sub, I don't think that would be a good speaker to have if you got a hard floor. I have a carpet, so it was fine. You don't hear any of that rattling. The camera microphone might have picked some of it up, but I definitely don't hear any of that in the bedroom at all, in my room there. But yeah, if you had a hardwood floor, I wouldn't recommend that. You'd probably have to put something on it to keep it down. The other thing is I think maybe 1,000 watts for an 8-inch speaker with that size of cabinet might be a little much if it's rattling your speaker off of the ground. But of course I could adjust the volume on it, and when I did that video, the volume was only at half level for the Goldenear Super Sub. I didn't have it all the way up. So, but it definitely had more output. You could definitely tell there was more wattage than 500 watts. So that 1,000 watts did produce a high level of excursion and then filling the room with the bass. Now for the Rel, yeah, 500 watts doesn't compete with that 1,000 watt, but I feel that the bass was tighter, the sound was smoother, and it gave more ambiance of low frequency sound than it did punchiness. So you knew it was there, you could hear it, you just didn't feel it as much. So it really depends on your preference. Do you like big hard punches and explosions to shake the room and you can feel it down in your chest? Or do you just like having the sound of the low frequency? Feel it a little bit, but it adds an ambiance of the low frequency sound to whatever you're watching, either music or movies. So in my opinion, yes, the wattages do matter. I would even guess to say if you had two speakers of the same size, same design, same cabinet, one was 500 watts and the other was 1,000 watts, the 1,000 watt speaker is going to produce a lot more punchiness and bass to fill your room. Now, having said that, in wattage, let's say you had a 1,000 watt subwoofer and then maybe a 1,200 watt subwoofer. So 200 watts might not make a whole lot of difference there. I chose these two here because I did want to see a nice amount of wattage output difference there, at least 500 watts. So 200 watts of difference in power might not make a big difference for you. And again, it depends on your room. And I wouldn't recommend this being some kind of like scientific end-all debate to, cabinets and output size. Again, you're going to want to check it out for yourself. Every room is going to fill up differently, and every setup is a little different, so it's going to sound a little different as well. And plus, you're only hearing what the mic is giving you and what the mic is picking up. So make sure you check it out for yourself. But yeah, if you want maybe a significant difference in your bass output, you might have to have at least a 500 watt output difference between subwoofers. Now, if you're going to combine subwoofers, let's say you got a subwoofer over here that is 500 watts and you got one over here that's 1,000 watts, and they're pretty close in size and design and cabinetry. Even if they're different brands, that's okay. I think they'll complement each other together very well. So you can mix them together. I think that'll be fine. But if you want to have one, if you want significant difference of power, because you're always, like for us, we're always wondering, should I upgrade? Should I get a different one? Should I get something new? This one is 200 more watts and it's on sale right now. Whatever it is, all the brands, Klipsch, Goldenear, SVS. There's even Earthquake out there, Sunfire, a lot of companies that are just huge subs. Paradigm makes really, really good subs as well. Tons of companies out there that are subwoofer designers. And then of course your Rel subs. So I think if you want to make an increase, a significant increase, you're going to want something 250 watts or more to feel and notice a big significant increase in your room if you're going for that punch. Doesn't mean that 200 watts you won't notice a difference, but if you want a major difference, I believe it's going to have to be a little bit more than that. So that's just some of my final thoughts. Go ahead and drop a comment down below if you have any ideas or comments, or if you've done anything like this here, or if you've mixed and matched some subs and what the difference was for you. I'd love to hear about it. So thanks for joining, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.